Challenge accepted.
The base 1 boss is, well, complicated. So I'm going to explain exactly how he functions before we get into how we beat him. Now first, notice there are 2 guns with 4 safe spaces we can stand. The far left, the far right, and the tips of the wings of the eagle on the floor. That eagle, by the way, is probably the most important visual reference in this entire boss kill. Second, notice the 4 shields that must be destroyed before the blue eye will spawn. And third, notice the blue eye itself and the way it shoots. Some of the rings fly straight down, and some fly at an angle, making them harder to shoot. Also, as a side note, killing the 2 guns actually results in faster blue rings from the eye. It's one of the reasons we leave them. Now normally I'd run through a couple of strategies, tell you which is fastest, and then give my opinion as to which one you should use. Instead, I'm going to show you how to survive the boss first. In doing so, we'll learn some important fundamentals. From there, we'll improve on the strategy until it's fully optimized. Now as soon as you enter the final room, jump to the left. As soon as the shields open, run underneath the first one and kill it as well as the gun above it. Then run to the middle 2 and kill them. Then kill the last shield on the right. Finally, stand under the wing of the eagle and fill that eyeball with bullets. Now this is by no means the fastest method, but at least it guarantees you a way through the boss. And the next step is to start including jumps. So we start in the same way, by running all the way to the left and destroying that left shield as soon as it opens. But this time, we're going to jump and shoot the gun above it. This will deal more damage, but be careful of those bullets. Now we're going to run to the middle, kill the lower shield, and jump to kill the top shield. Now depending on how fast you have been up till this point, you may need to wait for the gun to the right to give you space. Now we kill the right hand shield, and then we move into position for the eyeball. Now remember that below the right wing of the eagle is where you want to be standing. And now we're going to time our jumps to make sure that we deal as much damage as possible to the eyeball without getting hit by the turret or the blue rings. Now adding those jumps in, it just saved us 6 seconds. Thing is, there's still a lot more we can do. Let's look at the eyeball itself. Notice how it constantly moves left and right. Well, we're going to follow it. And we'll use the same strategy as before, but this time, when the last shield is destroyed, we'll jump up once, and our very next jump will be to the left. Now timing is crucial. We need to get used to pausing for half a second before the eye spawns in. In that way, it'll be directly above our heads when we are at the peak of our jump. It also means that our second jump should be easier to time. We need to jump in a way that Bill is slightly ahead of the eye so that our stream of bullets curves into the target. If the eye is not dead by the time we land on the left, we can immediately jump again to the right. And we can keep jumping left and right like this until the eye is dead. There's only one more thing left to optimize, and that's the shields. And guess what? We're going to leave this left gun. I know it's scary, but if you want to fully optimize this boss, it's the only way to go. So, we're going to run all the way to the left, and as soon as the shields are open, we're going to start running to the right. The idea here is to kill the 3 shields in 2 jumps, like so. I found that if I double tap fire before my first jump, I'm able to kill the first shield with a lot more consistency. You'll want to move slightly over to the left so that you're standing right where I'm standing now. Don't worry, we'll jump before the red bullets can get us. Now the timing of this first jump is critical, as it will determine the rest of the kill. We're going to use the same method we just learned to kill this eyeball, which should save another 4 seconds if done correctly. Now we started with a safe strat that took us roughly 23 seconds, and we ended up with a strat that finished the boss in just under 10 seconds. This is a great example of how little changes can add up to make a big difference.